We're just days away from the polls opening once again for Michigan's primary election. Local issues will be front and center, including in Branch County. Union City is voting on its first school bond in more than 50 years for improvements officials say are decades in the making. News Channel 3's Colin Roos shows us how your tax money will be put to use.
Union City Elementary has stood where I am now since 1954, and administrators say much of its architecture and equipment aren't much newer. That's why they're asking voters for about $19 million this Tuesday, all to make improvements they say are an investment into the future. Superintendent Chris Katz says it's time for Union City Community Schools to have 21st century safety and security. The district was recently granted more than $23 million from the state. With additional help from voters this Tuesday, he and the board plan to combine the money to breathe new life into its older buildings. Up until now, smaller repairs have been made using short-term sinking funds. But with state law limiting that funding, school administrators are turning to the community Katz says has always been there for them.
It's basically like, your home renovation shows, but we're doing it on a school-wide scale, trying to take the legacy we've been given in order to extend it for another 30 years.
Most of the project money will be put toward the elementary school, which will see a more secure front door, an expanded cafeteria and kitchen, and 2 additional classrooms. The middle school will also close down, with 5th grade moving to the elementary school and other grades going to the high school. A new softball field and updated asphalt on the track is also part of the plan, which has a special focus on accessibility.
We renovate the doors to the classrooms, which are narrow. You couldn't get a wheelchair comfortably through the door.
Most of the voters we spoke with were supportive of the plan, which the district says will cost the average homeowner $5 per month.
I think there's going to be some great improvements and updates to these buildings that is going to help our kids, and it's just a very small amount of money to make a big difference.
Katz says the middle school shutdown will go forward even if the bond fails on Tuesday, as the state grant requires school consolidation. But he's confident the community will move the project forward, which he calls a gift to the schools that defined his childhood.
I really hope that by the time I left, I could do something to help give back to these, to the schools and prepare this for the next 30 years.
No matter the outcome on Tuesday, the middle school will be mostly torn down, with plans to make it an auxiliary gym and a parking lot for the field house. In Union City, Colin Roos, News Channel 3.